After all, I've been let down my entire life. I had high expectations, and everyone let me down. You expressed to her my desire to keep this connection going. Did you really mean that? I didn't intend it. I won't lie. I wanted to say, I'm giving it to him. But occasionally you give something to someone and see if they accept it. If they do, you know that's what they truly want. Although it was thought that Kendra and young Jock were getting along well, the claims that she is pregnant are set to blow everything apart. But you know what? The biological father is not Jock. I swear you won't be prepared for this one. Rumor has it that the person who deceived Jock is not just any guy. Rather, he was someone Jock trusted, and the consequences when Jock found out were straight out of a reality TV narrative. The man who betrayed Jock is not an accidental hookup. Rather, he is a close friend who has been smiling at him the entire time. When the truth came out, Jock didn't just lose it, he lost it. Who is the mysterious man, and how did Kendra manage to hide this for so long? Hold on tight, the TM is about to pour. If you thought Jockey and Kendra were now in a good place after all of the drama on reality TV and the cheating accusations, congratulations. Allow me to return you to this most recent revelation, since you are already aware of the many similarities between young Jock and Kendra if you have been following the emotional roller coaster that is your relationship with them. Even though we're discussing adultery, rumors, public humiliation, surprise side women, and the entire ugly reality TV starting pack, Kendra has managed to stick by Jock through it all. Kendra deserves a prize for her patience, even if it seems like she has reached her breaking point, because what just came out will wreck everything. Kendra's pregnancy is now known to us. Normally, that announcement would be happy, but the shocking part is that Jock isn't the father. Jock, not Kendra, learned of the pregnancy through the leaked medical report that purportedly confirmed Kendra's pregnancy, but the DNA test, ruled out Jock as the father. It gets even messier, according to sources, so if you think that's awful, wait. When I say insiders, I mean the same messy sources who are always aware of Jock's business before he is. While Jockey was out here guarding Kendra, Asichi was the one sneaking. But wait, it gets worse, because Jockey lost it when he realized. According to sources, Jockey was out running errands when his phone started to explode with missed calls, text messages, and headlines. Yes, they were terrible. Kendra was pregnant, but Jockey isn't the father. Wild's Twitter went viral in a matter of minutes. The Jock thought the reality TV star's initial paternity scandal reveal was a cruel joke, since he didn't think that Kendra would genuinely hurt him. However, when the Jock received the leaked DNA report, everything went wrong. According to witnesses, the Jock was seen shaking his head, mumbling to himself, and moving back and forth. It has been said that he once threw his phone so hard that it shattered on the floor. When Jock realized that Kendra had been lying to him all along, he got into his car and drove home. This was not possible, but it was. When Jock entered the house, the atmosphere shifted, and this is when things began to become serious. Jock rushed in, slammed the door, and shouted, "You have something to tell me." Kendra sat on the couch, staring bored at him as if nothing had happened, and she didn't even bat an eye. "What are you talking about, girl? Don't be stupid now. I'm pregnant," Kendra said with a shrug, as Jock's face showed veins protruding from his forehead. Jock is accused of saying, "Don't play with me. You know what I'm talking about." "Not the father. Who is it, Kendra?" "Kendra," she smirked. Yes, she actually had the audacity to say, Jock allegedly remarked, taking Kendra's phone from the couch and eyeing her. Is baby Jock's loss significant? According to witnesses, Jock hit the wall so forcefully that it left a dent, kicked over the coffee table, and knocked over a lamp. Kendra, oh sis, was sitting there appearing unconcerned while he yelled at her and demanded to know who the father was. You'll be shocked to learn that Jock wasn't the only person who turned up that evening. Unfortunately, guess who entered just as everything was ready to blow up? It's him, isn't it? Jock allegedly turned to Kendra and said, "It's him, isn't it?" And Kendra, simply crossed her arms and said, You wanted to know who the father was? Well, now you know. Oh my God. Witnesses say Jock lunged. Yes, that's the same Kirk Frost who has been avoiding cheating scandals for years. The same Kirk Frost who has been grinning in Jock's face the entire time. And the same Kirk Frost who was Jock's alleged friend. The worst part was that Kendra and Kirk watched Jock go utterly mad as security took him out of the house. When Jock yelled, "You're supposed to be my brother. How could you do this to me?" Kirk reportedly responded, "Hey man, it just kind of happened." But in fact, he didn't. Kirk isn't the kind to just laugh though. Social media is exploding on TikTok, Instagram, and Twitter, as you are already aware. Kirk, oh honey, if you think Joe will get away with this, think again. Kendra, oh sis, might have just started a fight she isn't ready for. Jock is reportedly already phoning his lawyers about going nuclear, so take a break and leave. This story is far from finished, and believe me, you're not ready for what's going to happen next, so you better stay locked in. You thought that was messy, didn't you? We're only getting started, honey, because this controversy is going to have nuclear-level repercussions. It is unclear how long this has been going on and whether Kendra truly believes she would get away with it. After being physically dragged out of that residence, Jock was reportedly observed sitting in his car, clutching the steering wheel so firmly that his knuckles turned white. Let's continue where we left off. According to witnesses, he sat there silently for at least 15 minutes. Kirk is not going to let this go now that the implications are imminent, so finding out that Kendra is expecting his child was just the beginning. This was about embarrassment, not simply betrayal. Kirk, oh Kirk, didn't even have the decency to feel awful about it. In fact, he laughed in Jock's face. Kendra didn't just cheat, she became pregnant by one of Jock's best friends. Unfortunately, while he sat in that car attempting to understand what had just transpired, his phone began to ring, making matters worse. Can you really blame him for his heavy breathing, which seemed to be an attempt to prevent him from doing something crazy? Erupting once more. But this time, it wasn't only the gossip vlogs that did it. As it happens, Kirk and Kendra were seen holding hands at a posh lounge in Atlanta that same evening. A few minutes later, the paparazzi's photos of them walking into the institution together, looking quite unconcerned, went viral online. While the Jock spirals and the city's newest power couple appears dumb, Kendra and Kirk leave together. The Jock, thinking this was a game, was yelling over the phone, "You better call me back," according to sources. Kirk, however, wasn't concerned because, wait a minute? Kirk went left. Oh my God. The Jock apparently lost it when he saw the photos and called Kendra directly to voicemail. The nature of those voicemails is ridiculous, I must say. He then called Kirk directly to voicemail. According to Insider CL, Kendra was sitting at home, shaking with anger, when Kirk went live on Instagram Live. Kendra was sipping wine when he sneered at the camera and said, "You guys should mind your own business and come over here." Oh hell and no, he reportedly exclaimed as he flung his phone across the room, then got into his car and drove directly to Kirk's house. Arrived, oh sweetie. It appears that the Jock simply approached Kirk's front door and began hammering on it as if he were trying to knock it down, rather than knocking, which is why the neighbors are still discussing what happened that night. "You're good, bro," Kirk allegedly responded with a sneer as he opened the door, but he didn't, and the Jock came at him. "You think this is funny?" The Jock yelled as he grabbed Kirk by the collar and pushed him against the wall, according to witnesses. According to sources, Jock swung on Kirk after he shoved him back, saying, "Relax, bro, it's not my fault that Kendra picked me." Kirk stumbled and fell back into the wall after Jock's punch, but he returned with a vengeance, and the altercation escalated into a full-on brawl, while Kendra, oh Kendra, was just standing there drinking as if nothing had happened. "This isn't over. I'm not done with you," Jock screamed, and Kirk had the audacity to laugh and reply, "Yeah, you are the security guys who made Jock leave the house, and guess what?" In the end, security was called because Kirk's neighbors heard the noise and thought someone was being robbed. Jock ran away, his mouth bleeding and his shirt torn, and Kirk, oh, he was standing in the doorway repairing his chain. Unfortunately, however, a new video, yes, another one, was leaked online that same evening while Jock was driving home, and it's a terrible one, in which Kendra sits in a dark hotel room and tells an unnamed man, "Oh honey, it's worse than you think." Kendra claims Jock doesn't even realize he still believes we're going to work. The man, oh, you can't see his face clearly, but you can hear his voice, and guess what he says? Well, what he doesn't know won't hurt him. Kendra says, "I'm just waiting until the baby is born." Social media went viral in a matter of minutes, and Twitter was on fire, so Kendra was planning this the entire time. "Jock needs to lawyer up as soon as you get the chance," she says. Kirk and Kendra are straight up villains, and Jock saw the video. According to rumors, he has already been in touch with his attorneys and is preparing to sue Kirk and Kendra for defamation and emotional distress. Since insiders are now suggesting that Kendra and Jock had a prenuptial agreement, he might actually have a case. If Jock can demonstrate that Kendra's immorality caused him mental anguish, he will be bouncing around his house in rage and yelling, "She played me, she really played me." However, sources claim that the Jock isn't letting this go and has already scheduled an interview with a big news organization in which he intends to reveal all that Kirk and Kendra did to him. However, the real concern is how long this has been going on, as Kendra might lose the Jock in addition to the bag. Sources claim that Kendra and Kirk have gone into hiding, with Kendra going totally missing and Kirk no longer returning his calls. Oh, this drama is far from over, so you better stay tuned in. Oh, you thought that was awful, but you're not aware of how disastrous the consequences of this controversy will soon be, honey. Finding out that Kendra was carrying Kirk's child was only the first step for Jock, who is now not only furious but also ready for battle, which Kendra and Kirk may lose. And more significantly, is Jock going to beat them both? Kendra honestly believed they would get away with this, since they have just placed themselves in a challenging predicament from which they are unable to recover. Let's continue where we left off. Jock wasn't going to stand by and let Kendra and Kirk humiliate him like that after that violent altercation at Kirk's house. Instead, he was willing to make them pay. It turns out that Jock had a plan because the very next morning, he reportedly called up his legal team, which I mean to be the same highly qualified attorneys who have represented some of them. Iders said that Jock was attempting to damage Kirk and Kendra's reputation in addition to seeking retribution, and guess what? Jock could prove it with the receipts. According to sources, Jock had been monitoring Kendra's questionable behavior for months and had sent his attorneys a folder including surveillance footage, bank statements, and phone logs. Jock wants to go public rather than settle things amicably with the top personalities in hip-hop. The worst thing was that Jock had receipts proving Kirk had been funding these covered meetings with funds from their joint business account. These encounters comprised lavish hotel suites, special dinners, and pricey gifts. According to reports, Jock's legal team informed him that Kirk was financing his affair with Kendra with Jock's money. According to reports, Jock had proof that Kendra had been secretly seeing Kirk for more than a year. That Kirk might face severe financial repercussions if Jock pursued that lawsuit, that, as you are already aware, social media was consuming this information. That Kirk was stealing and cheating, so Jock should bury him. That Kendra and Kirk would actually lose everything. That he could accuse Kirk of embezzlement and fraud because, in addition to sleeping with Kendra, he was using company funds to do so. And that, finally, things took a drastic turn for the worse. 2 days after the altercation, Kirk posted a picture of himself on Instagram, posing in front of a Rolls Royce. Kirk is really flaunting this now. The caption said, "Y'all get over here, excuse me, and guess who is in the passenger seat? Stay out of grown folks' business." Yes, the remarks were terrible, and Kendra was sitting there grinning as though she didn't give a damn. When Jock arrived on the Breakfast Club the following day, he told Charlemagne, DJ Envy, and Angela White everything, so he should file a lawsuit right now. In response to their question regarding the situation with Kendra and Kirk, he was blunt and said, "Look, I'm not going to sugarcoat it. Kendra betrayed me, Kirk betrayed me, and they did it right under the sun. In response to Charlemagne's question about how he learned about it, Jock said, "Let's just say Kirk got what he deserved. Oh my God." DJ Envy asked if he planned to file charges, and Jock said, "Let's just say my lawyers are handling it." But he didn't stop there, because later that same day, Jock released a single Yes. Of the full diss track, he uploaded a video of the song to Instagram with the caption, "Don't play with me. This will be a hip-hop war, Jock, and you better win a Grammy for it." The lyrics of the song include, "Oh honey, you were brutal. I thought you were my brother, but you stabbed me in the back, took my girl, and took my money." Social media went crazy, and the Jock really recorded a diss track about them. "Now I'm taking it all back, fake friends, fake love. It's the same Kendra and Kirk. You two are lame, baby." In fact, within a day, Jock's Revenge rose to number 3 on the iTunes hip-hop charts. According to insiders, Kirk hasn't been spotted in public since the confrontation, and Kendra deleted her Instagram account. Meanwhile, Kirk and Kendra, were remaining silent. But now that Kirk's other side chicks are coming forward, a number of them are contacting gossip websites to say that Kirk had been having affairs with them while he was seeing other women. This is when things start to go insane. Sources claim that Kendra has even left Kirk's home and has already gotten in touch with a divorce attorney. According to one woman, Kirk even promised to support her financially, and she is now threatening to expose him if he doesn't. And Kendra CIS isn't doing well with it. Oh my God. Kirk's phone has been ringing nonstop as Kendra demands to know the number of other ladies in the world. She apparently became much more irate when Kirk requested her to calm down. "Lawyer, you can't make this up." Jock is doing great. After the single's release, Jock reportedly secured several interviews and club appearances, and according to insiders, he is already in negotiations to release a follow-up song. Since Kirk's other women are now attracted to other people, the true question is whether this marks the end of Jock and Kirk's relationship, or if a new round of drama is about to commence. Despite losing Kendra, Jock is going to win the war, and he is laughing as he watches everything fall apart. Now the issue is whether Jock and Kirk's romance is over, or if a messier fallout is waiting around the corner. Jock may have released a diss track and initiated legal action, but Kirk is coming out, and Kendra is threatening to file for divorce. Let's face it, Kirk might lose everything, including his money, reputation, and position in the reality TV industry, if even half of those claims turn out to be true. However, the true question is whether Jock should actually sue Kirk. Does he need to go after him for his own sake? Kendra, if those divorce rumors are accurate, things will quickly become ugly. You know he won't go down without a fight. Is this only a publicity stunt, or do you think Kendra will truly go through with the divorce? This drama is currently better than reality TV, so if you enjoy it, don't forget to hit the like button. Additionally, confirm that you have enabled notifications and are subscribed as the upcoming update. It will be even more juicy, honey. You won't be prepared for what follows next, I assure you. Continue to be disorganized for the next phase.